Well, we got a good fire going, and it's so hard to get the wood in 13 inches of rain, but it's pretty dry and it's burning pretty good. So I wanted to give an idea on how this trip got started. I was a street gang worker in New York City. I worked for the 47th Precinct, and I was in charge of social services. I did mostly mentoring, tutoring, youth athletics, particularly boxing, to try to help young people. I had this crazy idea since I was a philosophy and classics major at the University of Dayton that the soul can be tempered, particularly for very rough adolescent boys, through an experience in the greater outdoors. Now, I didn't invent that theory. It really comes from the transcendentalists, particularly Thoreau and Emerson. As a philosophy major, I studied them, so I brought back those ideas, and I approached Captain Mulcahy, who is the captain of the 47th Precinct, and since I worked there, I gave him a proposal that I could take young gang kids into the Adirondack Mountains and see if that typical experience would help them. So we, after a lot of debate, he finally conceded. And myself and my roommate in college at the time, Ed Ryan, we took about 7 or 8 juvenile delinquents into the mountains. And okay, bear with me here. We took about 7 or 8 delinquents into the mountains, and we ran a program. The first day was really good. We hiked the kids. We taught them skills. I taught them a little history of the Adirondacks, the Iroquois Indians, and it seemed like it was going good. And we turned in, and it was kind of drizzling. We didn't have any tents, so we just kind of slept under tarps. And you could just feel I could still feel the rain against the tarp. And I'm thinking about 2 in the morning, somebody's kicking me, and it was the ranger. And he's screaming at me. He says, "Get the hell out of this damn park." He says, "If not, I'm going to call the police." And I says, "What happened? What's going on?" And he says, "Those goddamn kids of yours locked me in the latrine and set it on fire." Anyway, I was pissed. So we packed up our gear and we walked out and we got into our van. And the van was provided by one of the kids. His name was Tommy Leisler. And he said it was his uncle's. Well, it turned out to be stolen. So the state police was there and had the lights flashing. And, Jesus Lord, what a mess. Anyway, to make a long story short, I talked the state police into letting me drive back in the van with the kids back to the Bronx, and we would return it the very next morning, which we did. It's a long story from that. So hang on, let me put some more wood in the fire. Build it up pretty good. So Captain Mulcahy was not pleased, and the following year I approached him again with another proposal, and this time I took another friend of mine. His name was Bruce Milbrandt. He was a pretty tough guy, and he brought martial law with these kids, and the experience was tremendously successful. So that's pretty much how we started. Forget it.